know I drive fast on the freeway, but this is ridiculous. Look at you, you're dressed in Victorian outfits.
All right.
Go team, go. Go fight, win. It's me. Ah. Hey, I'm Barry Phillips. I've always wanted a 57 T-Bird, and now that I've got one, I'm ready to go somewhere. T-Bird is amazing. She takes me new places, and I meet new and exciting people all the time. From garage sales to the Guggenheim, stories are everywhere. You know, everyone has a story to tell, especially when they're willing to share it. Hi, I'm Barry Phillips of Burleson, Texas, and this is my home, the Renfro Clark House, built in 1894. When people come here to visit, they so often ask, is it haunted? I don't know. I never know what to say. But I do know that through the years, we've been intrigued by ghost stories and ghosts in literature and film. Back in 1600, Shakespeare even wrote Hamlet with a ghost. And then who wouldn't have a Christmas without the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, given to us by Charles Dickens in A Christmas Carol. And even kids in the 60s, they love Casper the Friendly Ghost. So, back to the original question. Is my house haunted? I don't know. Could be, but I'm gonna find out. I've invited some paranormal investigators here, and we're gonna see if anything's going on. Look at you, you're dressed in Victorian outfits. How are you?
Just fine, Barry. How are you?
Glad y'all could come.
Well, thank you.
So why do you dress up like this? That's fun. I like that. Okay, well come on in. We're gonna go and see what I've got.
All right, great.
Now Pat, show me what you have here as far as the technical side.
Okay, this is an EMF, electromagnetic frequency meter. You have the gauge here, and it also lights up. Turn it on. It will flash like that and continue to flash and make that sound when you detect energy.
This clock used to belong to a cousin of my mother's, and when she died, the clock was taken by someone. Years and years later, I walked in, having remembered this clock as a child, and found this clock in an old antique store, and it was hers. And I bought it back because I always wanted this clock when I was little.
There are residuals on this stained glass. It must have a story to tell.
Now, this attic is 16 feet at one point, at the top. So where would you find your most activity? Down low or up high?
It could be anywhere.
And also, here's my old junior high track sweater. Now, is there anything here?
It was a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
I knew I should have run more and practiced more. The sweater would have more energy. So, Pat, tell me right off, three things are you holding here?
Okay, these are various forms of EMF meters. I just got a little bit of something on that one. And this one measures temperature, which picks up cold and hot spots, and those are indications of activity.
Okay, now here's a quilt, for example, from my grandmother, and she lived during the administration of Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Does this have any energy attached to it?
Yes, it
Oh
does.
my goodness, I never met her, but I suddenly feel like I did. Well, that is so cool. What have you got there?
I lit a bunch of sage. It's from New Mexico.
Smells good.
It's the Indians bless it, and they use it to cleanse negativity out of the area, and you use it to cleanse or bless a house. And as we'll go through the house, we'll send positive energy to replace any negative energy just in case. And it smells divine.
It smells great. I might do this every day.
Okay.
Pat, we always know about the sights and sounds of paranormal activity. Seeing a ghost, hearing a creaking door, footsteps. What about the smells? Are there any smells that accompany paranormal activity that are indicators?
Definitely.
Like what?
Especially women ghosts, the scent of their perfume, or floral aromas, jasmine, lilacs, violets, sweet flowers, roses.
Right.
Often with gentlemen, especially in the past, you can hear them tap their pipe, almost hear them inhale their pipe and smell the tobacco.
Oh my goodness, well, they have to know there's no smoking in this house. All the other smells I can deal with, but smoking is not allowed. Well, I guess the question still remains, do I believe in ghosts or do I not? Part of me does reach out to the fact that they're protective. Part of me says, I'm still not sure. I think time will tell. I'm Barry Houston Phillips at the Renfro Clark House in Burleson, Texas. Bear, bear. See? If you were to stop people here on the street in Waco, Texas and ask them, what is it that Waco is famous for? Some may say the Baylor Bears. Others, they might say in 1953 was the tornado that swept through town. But most would probably say that Waco is the home of one of the greatest and most famous soft drinks in the world. Back in 1885, just a few blocks from where we are now, a Dr. Alderton, a pharmacist, decided to concoct a new soft drink. He used his customers to test it, at least for a while.
Get going again with the Dr. Pepper difference. Charge!
So you're the official Dr. Pepper server-upper. Sodager. Oh, well, I didn't want to say it, but you did. Now, what are you making me right now? And is it the one with the sugar or?
It's the corn syrup.
It's the corn syrup. And then you add?
Carbonated water.
Carbonated water. That gives it the fizz. Mm-hmm. That makes me a pepper, a friendly pepper-upper. Wow, it's alive. Oh, yum. My favorite. Very good job.
Thank you.
Boy, you taste that syrup. It's so good. I could sell Dr. Pepper. I could. Bear.
So these are some plates from 1905, 1910 era. This type of imagery was so typical for advertising and for Coke, for and not just soft drink companies, but everybody at that time wanted this kind of beautiful, idealistic view of women, for decoration,
humanity. Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Happy holidays, that special time of the year to enjoy the festivities. A fun time, the perfect time for hot Dr. Pepper. And it's so easy to prepare. Just heat Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper till it steams. Then pour over a thin slice of lemon and serve piping hot. Guests swing right into the holiday mood with distinctively different hot Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper time.
So all of this was donated by someone who, did they pass away, or did they just want to get rid of it?
He did not yet. He's downsizing. He's a longtime Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola collector.
Look at that.
And he's
pull that up. Let's look at that.
downsizing and donating portions of his collection to us.
Just an old Dr. Pepper mirror. Well, when you get a collection like this, how often does that happen? Is this unusual?
A really large donation like this is fairly unusual. Usually we get in 1 or 2 things at a time, and yeah, this is a different experience for us.
So when you go through and look at some of these pieces, some pertain to Dr. Pepper, some don't. This is a calendar from 1935. Well, these are some remarkable, it looks like very well preserved
Yes, this
pieces.
particular collector really...
What year is this from, do you think? 1947.
All right.
It's on the back. And look, it's been sleeved and preserved. Wow, that's wonderful.
This is the well. That was an original feature of this building. And when Dr. Pepper and Circle A Ginger Ale, which is the other popular drink, became popular enough that they wanted to build a building actually dedicated to bottling, this location was chosen because of the natural artesian wells of water underneath this property.
So artesian water has a natural inborn carbonation.
Yes.
So that was the logic for building the plant here.
And that has to do
Interesting.
with the limestone seabed that Central Texas is on, and the different minerals in the limestone. In general, in the general pop culture of America, you know, Dr. Pepper, the artwork from it, the logos, just everybody has a soft drink story. Everybody, even if they don't collect soft drink memorabilia, they have a bottle sitting in their office or in their study. You just don't think about how much it infuses with your life until, you know.
It does. It becomes sort of a standard association that people make, not only anymore with Southern living, but it's an American thing. It's the American image of football players and golfers. I know I drive fast on the freeway, but this is ridiculous. It's me! Mary Beth, how typical is this, do you think, to the actual drugstore where Dr. Pepper was invented?
Well, we are very fortunate to have some original photographs from inside the old corner drugstore around, you know, the time when Dr. Pepper was invented. So this room is kind of our interpretation of what it would have looked like, and it was unfortunately destroyed in the 1953 tornado.
It looks like Dr. Alderton survived the tornado, though.
Yes.
Yes. What does he have to say?
He will tell you all about early Waco history, about the invention of Dr. Pepper, and about his role in that.
Okay, let's see.
Hello, my name is Dr. Charles Alderton, but most folks just call me Doc. You know, I haven't worked here for some time, but standing here brings back many memories.
Go team, go. Go fight, win.
It's part of what makes working for Home Depot more than just a job.
Well, it's 7:30 in the morning, and you know, we're already here working. Team Home Depot is out working on the iron fence. We have someone working in the flower beds, and also we're going to start the spraying here in just a minute from the scaffolding. The scaffolding is like pretty awesome. It's as high as a 3-story building. So as long as I can supervise, I'm going to be happy. Wes, tell me a little bit about the Home Depot Foundation and its history.
The Team Depot Foundation has been around for almost 20 years now. Started in 1992. It's just associate volunteers that volunteer their time, to do projects around the community, give back to the community. We've probably donated around close to 1 million hours in volunteer service throughout the country since 1992. You know, such as playgrounds, painting homes, refurbishing old homes, doing handicap stuff for, you know, people that need handicap rails, ramps, things like that. Anything that's going to benefit the community. You know, we just get together and decide what's a good project to do. And then, you know, the group gets together. Each store has their own Team Depot captain, so each store can do these projects. You know, it just depends on the nature of what
And
it
so
is.
your volunteers just literally volunteer their time. They're not paid extra.
Right. It's
All right.
all volunteer. So it's associates that we'll put a sign-up sheet in the break room, make them aware of what the project is that we're doing, the scope of it, and they volunteer their time. It's on their own time. They're just giving back to the community.
Okay. Well, all I'm doing is trying to get all the dead stuff around at the bottom.
Right.
And then we may trim it up some. But
Okay, all right.
right now, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right?
Go team, go. Go fight, win.
There you go.
There you got the coffee. A lot of history in this house. Pretty amazing. That's the reason we're doing it, because it's a Texas recognized historic home. We figured it'd be a great way to give back to the community.
What things are going on with this house that are different from other projects you've done? Because of the age of the house, mainly, I guess.
Yeah, just the age of it, some of the condition of the wood and stuff, the scraping, you know, just the general prep, being that the house is 117 years old, is something we're having to work with. A little bit of a challenge, but we're trying to, you know, get some of the oldest stuff off, you know, and prepare it for a good paint job. We're probably up close to halfway complete right now. We've got almost all the fence done. We're about halfway done with the house, so we've probably got about another 3 hours of painting, and we'll be complete. So we're moving right along.
This white has more of an antique look, more of a historic. It's a historic color. Plus, it shows dirt not as readily as the previous refrigerator white. It's just a little creamier than a pure white, but still very rich to me. And it's a warm color, which I wanted the house to have a real warm look.
I really like helping, especially helping building homes, helping anything, donating, you know, I'm just a helpful person.
Well, we're putting down some Mondo grass. We got the weed block down so that he doesn't have to worry about weeds going forward. And then we're going to mulch over it, so hopefully he'll have a maintenance-free little area here for him in the future. But it's part of, I've been with Depot for 15 years, and it's just kind of what we do. It's part of what makes working for Home Depot more than just a job. We get to give back to our community, and for 15 years I've been able to work in Dallas, Fort Worth, McKinney, Burleson, all over the Metroplex. And it's one of the rewarding sides of what we do, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of cool because you can bring people by. Now I know something that I didn't know about this place, so I can bring my kids by. And the fact that it used to be a library and just the significance of it is, of course, pretty cool.
Good to meet you. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll just take pictures of your team members as they're working, doing different things. Stay out of the way. It's good. But anyway, so what different projects are you doing today? I see you're doing the fence, obviously.
Yeah, we're kind of doing 3 different things here. One thing we wanted to do is the paint was, or the fence was all rusted and oxidized and everything. So we came in yesterday and we pressure washed, did some pre-work, pressure washed the entire fence all the way around the house. We pressure washed the entire house. We prepped it. You know, we got all the masking done on the windows. We're doing caulking. Just kind of getting the house prepared to paint. Yesterday we did all that. Today we're, of course, painting the fence. We're doing some small landscaping project around the marker there, and we're just painting, you know, spraying the house. So it's a good thing to give back to the community. You know, we feel pretty proud about being able to. All of our associates are taking their off time, donating their time, volunteering, you know, to give back to the community. So
I know Barry appreciates it too.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful home. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, we're about ready to wrap it up. We're finishing the Renfro Clark home, almost done with all the painting. Got about another hour left at the most. Another great Team Depot project with all of our associates volunteered all the time. We want to thank them for all that, and another great, successful Home Depot project.
Well, we're wrapping up here today with Home Depot and the Home Depot crew at the Renfro Clark House. It's been a great day. The house is getting a new facelift, and I don't know, I've kind of renewed my spirit believing there is a lot of community effort and care going into the Burleson area because of Home Depot and areas all over the country that benefit from the foundation. I've made a lot of new friends, and I think it's going to be an effort worthwhile here at the Renfro Clark House. The true definition of modern art is any art created after 1900. And you may think at first glance it's something anyone could do. But if you look harder, there's a whole lot more to it than that. Next week, we're going to be talking with an artist who has a solo show here, and you'll see it's not all that simple.